Hi, I'm Dr. Sandra Villarreal Montgomery with Viamont Educational Consulting. Today we're with Miss Julie Thigpen, licensed therapist and play therapist. I'd love to discuss some ideas for stress management and for grounding yourself and just learning on how different things to do.
Great. Well, some of these ideas I offer to my parents and to my clients that I work with as brain breaks, as ways to distract our brains instead of focusing on what we're trying not to do. We're going to focus on what we're trying to do. So when we get caught up in these anxiety loops, sometimes we're focused on the test is hard, I have to finish, and we're not allowing our brains to calm down and be able to access the information that we're needing.
Okay.
So some of these ideas are things to allow your brain to take a break from the things that are overwhelming you.
Okay.
Also a way for your brain to relax itself and focus by thinking about other things. So the first one I wanted to share with you is a really, really simple one. And what I've done is I've placed some items behind us, but I want you guys as the viewers to pretend that these might be around the room and not behind me. But I wanted you to be able to see what we would be talking about. Okay. So the first one, and these can be used for children as well as teenagers and even adults. So these are things we can do ourselves. So the first thing we're going to do is name 5 things. So we're going to look around the room, and you and I are going to help each other, and we're going to see what 5 things that we might see. Okay? So when I'm teaching this to kids, I'll tell them, so I'll go first. I see the lamp. What do you see, Sandra?
I see a basket.
Ooh, the pink basket, yes.
The pink
Let's see. I see a painting.
I see a fluffy bunny rabbit that's white with a floppy ear.
Ooh, I like the way you're adding more description because that allows you to be more in the moment with what you're seeing. Beautiful. And so we would go through that for all 5 things. Okay. When I'm doing it with kids, I'll even encourage them to kind of like count them on their fingers.
Okay.
And I tell them to squeeze their finger. What we're doing is we're trying to provide as many opportunities for our bodies to be present.
Okay.
And not caught up in our anxiety loops.
So from what I'm hearing then is I would say like my pink basket, the white bunny, and then we go through your lamp, all those type of things till we have those 5. Okay.
Exactly. And they could be anything. It doesn't have to be specific. Another way I like to adapt this is to get a little bit more specific and offer rainbows. Because little kids love rainbows. It's kind of fun for me too. And so I see a red breast on the robin.
Very observant. I see, I have to pull this in, a purple pen since this is my favorite color.
Cool. And so you would basically just go through the entire rainbow and encourage kids. I have kids ask me, can I put pink in my rainbow? Sure, I don't care. You can do your rainbow out of order. It doesn't matter. But it's about us being able to see the things and name them to bring us away from the loops of our anxiety.
Beautiful. And it allows a different type of engagement as well in that.
Absolutely.
You can use that. I could see that as an opportunity then to create a story together or, share something that's very tangible. Look at tangible things.
I'll tell you what, let's do one more. Okay. This one is even more about engaging the senses to cement you in the moment. Okay. So it depends on how long kids will sit. Littler kids, I like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because it's easy. But even for us as adults that might need a little bit more time to engage ourselves in the moment, this can be a really positive one. So how many senses do we have, Miss Sandra? Right. So what we're going to do, you got the right answer, is we are going to go through and we are going to name our senses and we're going to find items that we can manage with that. So I usually encourage kids that the easiest ones are what we see. And one of the hardest ones is what we taste. Unless you can taste the coffee that I was drinking earlier. But and so it's the idea that we want to kind of encourage kids. It doesn't matter what order they're in, but we're going to start with 5 things we can see. So this is much like the earlier one. So I see the purple pen, bowling pen. What do you see?
So I would do this. That would be my sight then. So I would see the purple bowling pin for the sight.
Right.
And
keep going.
Then,
you're going to do 5 things you see.
I hear the air conditioner.
Actually, we're going to do all 5 things that we see. So that,
Yes. Okay.
That way we're really staying here And
Okay.
then we can go on to the things that we hear.
Oh, so it's 5 to see, then 5 per category. 5 to
Right.
smell, 5 to.
And
Okay.
I have some
okay.
kids that like to adapt that and make it 3 or make it 2 or make it 1. It doesn't
Okay.
really matter.
Okay.
But we're trying to engage all 5 senses. And if I feel I need more time to do that, I encourage 5 of each.
Okay. So then I would have my purple bowling pin. I would have, because I want to play with this, the red magnifying glass that I see. Okay. And then so I have 2 listed. Am I listing
You
them
go
all?
all
We take
5.
through?
Yeah, we don't
Okay.
have to do that right now. But I
Okay.
think you'll get the idea.
Okay,
And
so
then
then-
things that I want to kind of encourage for some of the other ones when you're teaching this that I hear. You said you hear the air conditioning. So there's going to be things that we hear that are automatic and easy. I hear my voice. And then it's the sitting still to listen that becomes part of the exercise. And so let's do that for a second.
Okay.
You've said the air condition. I said our voices. What do you hear when we sit silent for a moment?
I hear the wind outside blowing the trees.
Right. Sometimes
Okay.
you can say, I hear myself breathing, the
Okay.
cars, but it encourages you to stay in the moment long enough to really pay
Okay.
attention. So we'll move on. So things like feel. Okay.
Okay.
What do you feel?
I feel the texture on my black pants.
Okay. And my fingers feel cold because it's kind of chilly in here.
Okay.
So your feelings can be things beyond just what you can touch, which is a really good one.
Okay.
Even just feeling the seat underneath you or your feet on the floor. And so you're
Oh.
encouraging them to be in your body and be
Okay.
in the moment.
Because
Okay.
I could see that going in a different way with kids where they're like, well, I want to go around the room
And
and
touch
feel
things.
and
Right.
touch.
And
so
if you're
then
s-
if you're doing it stationary, like
Yes.
you're noticing like what I can feel in this
Space right
okay,
here.
Okay.
And that means
Okay.
that it's a little more effective for a classroom setting or a place where I can't get up and run around.
Yeah.
And so those moments of, or even me, is the whole I need to be present. I'm anxious about something. And so how do
Okay.
I gather myself into the
Okay.
moment? So it's just right where you are. That way you end up going into smells.
Okay.
Okay. And so if we're down to things that we can smell, this is why 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is helpful in this.
Okay.
Because then I only have to smell 2 things. And so
Oh,
I
okay.
can smell,
Okay.
my shampoo.
Okay.
And so you can kind of find the things to smell. And then the last one being taste. Do I taste my coffee from this morning? Do I taste my toothpaste?
Okay.
There's a taste that's involved there. And when we can't find something that we taste, I encourage kids to use their mouth to remind themselves to help them be centered and calm.
Oh.
And so using your mouth in a different way besides tasting is I am calm and I can manage. And so then I just
Love
kind of
that.
pause that one, and there might be other ways to adapt
I
it.
feel like we need that on a little sign. I am calm and I need to manage.
I can
Oh,
manage.
I'm sorry. I am calm and I can manage.
Yeah.
There
'Cause I
we
might
go.
need to, but I can.
So that's it too. Yeah. So that's something here again. We can all do these self checks
Absolutely.
and with any age.
Right.
Okay. Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Hopefully you all learned some new stress management techniques and something fun, something to involve our senses and
be
really
mindful.
center ourselves and be mindful.
Not just about, I mean, you can do that if you want to.
But yeah, that's lovely. Thank you so much. Have a great day.